Hey, good evening, y'all. This is Jeff Garcia from Dreaming of Your Next Hook Set with a little explaining on the reels before you run to your local sporting goods store or your Walmarts or your Bass Pros, just to explain a little bit about the options of reels that you have out there. Yeah, the most common ones that you have out there. And if you're a beginner, so that you don't accumulate so much fishing stuff in your basement or in your garage that it looks like a Bass Pros in your house. I started with a Zepco. Millions and millions of people probably started with a Zepco. And I don't remember what size it was. My dad put it in my hand the few times we went fishing. I think we went once or twice, and then I went with an uncle of mine, and that was it. Didn't go fishing too much when I was a youngster. I picked up fishing as I got older, in my early 20s, probably 21, somewhere around there, 22 years old. And my dad still had some Zepcos that they were just collecting dust because he never used them. They were basically brand new. So that was the first fishing pole. It was an ugly stick. I believe it was an ugly stick and a Zepco that was on it. And the Zepco was like this one, but it was an 88. It was a bigger one, just like this one. And there was a few things different than this one. Like this one here, it has, what is this? 2:6 to 1 gear ratio. I'm not going to really get into gear ratios tonight, but it does have 2:6 to 1 gear ratio. And you could put 100 yards of 20-pound test on this. So you can put 20-pound test on this, man. So, you could catch some nice channels and flats with this. If you really had to use something, that you could use this. And this reel here probably set you back, I don't know, $30, 30, 40 bucks. I think 30, 40 bucks, somewhere around there. But yeah, before you take off, guys, and go spend money, and you really don't know if you're really going to like fishing or you're just not going to take it up, I just want to explain to you guys a little something so that way you guys kind of have an idea when you go to your Walmart, your local Walmart, or even Bass Pros. Bass Pros got a lot of good people there that'll explain things to you, but before you go spend a ton of money, you might even have an uncle, a cousin, your dad, your grandfather that has a bunch of reels in the garage just collecting dust. And you might run into something similar that's like on this table here. So what I wanted to show you guys is the options that you have, So like I said, to save money, so that what happened to me doesn't happen to you. But tonight's just a video to try to just explain a little bit about fishing reels for all the people just getting into fishing and don't really know, what type of reel they want to use or what type of rod they want to use to do some fishing. Whether it's carp fishing, catfishing, anything like that, gar fishing, if you will. And I just want to talk about the options that you have out there. You don't need a Bass Pros to be a successful fisherman, I'll tell you that. But anyways, today I'm just going to talk about that and let you guys know that you don't need to go buy a bunch of stuff that you really don't even need and don't know about it. Here are some key points, okay? Number one thing is go check out the body of water you're going to fish. Your local lake that you're going to fish at, where you're planning on starting to fish. Go check out the river where you're going to fish. Check out the location. And what I mean by checking out is like, look at, the water system there, the way the water runs. Is it rough? Is it, strong current? Is it a dam that you're fishing? All these things will help you pick the proper equipment for the area you're going to be fishing, and it'll also keep you from spending a bunch of money on fishing stuff, and you'll have the right equipment so you can have a better experience and put the odds in your favor. I'm all about putting the odds in your favor, saving money and all that, and you don't go buy extra equipment that you don't need or something too fancy for your first experiences in fishing, But yeah, it'll make it more enjoyable. So let's start with this Zepco. So this is Zepco 33. I told you guys, really, I'm not going to get into gear ratios and stuff, but I did on this one. I was curious. It's an all metal gears. Oh man, nice. All metal gears, and like I said, 100 yards, 100 yards, guys, 100 yards of 20 with a 2.6 to 1 gear ratio. Little guy. I mean, I got big hands, but I mean, it's a little guy. You can see, real little guy, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. But what's really nice about this, it has the bite alarm. Now, I don't remember if the Zepcos had it. I don't remember. I really don't remember if it does or not, but this one has a bite alarm. So basically, right here, he's taking drag, right? It's real tight. But you can turn on the bait alarm on this reel. Turn on the bait alarm right here. Bait alarm right there. You can turn that on. Let me see if I can get it with my nail. Here, I tried it earlier and it was tough. I wish they would have put like a little exposed switch, but there it is. Okay. And listen to that. And smooth as butter. He won't even detect it, the fish. So you could technically catch some nice sized flatheads with this too. Don't underestimate this reel here, this Zepco 33 Max. And it's a little guy. Yeah, man, I started with these, and this one happens to have where you could switch the handle to the right side, left side. So you got this option. This isn't a bad option. The only thing that I would say about these reels here, the casting distance is not going to be very far with them. Especially, you know, you're going to have to use some pretty serious lead to chunk 20-pound. And if you want to get froggy, like they say, and put some 30-pound test on it, you know, you can. You're probably not going to get but 60 yards out of it, but hey, you probably don't need more than 60 yards anyways. So yeah, I mean, you could get away with 30, maybe 30, 40 bucks buying this reel here. Very self-explanatory. You know, you got your drag, your bite alarm. I mean, it's pretty simple. You can switch the handle to whatever you prefer, and it won't set you back that much, you know. So here's one option that you have. So this is your clicker here. Basically, the clicker is designed so that when the fish bites, it alerts you. So if you engage the clicker, if you engage it, let me try to get my nail in there. I just cut my nails the other day. I don't like having long nails. Okay, so listen to this. When the fish takes it, he feels no resistance. And this is what you'll hear. That means that fish is taking that bait you put out there. So what you do, first you engage the reel, right? The drag's pretty loose on this one. No, actually it's not. It's the clicker letting you do that. So you have to go to it and turn the clicker off so that now you got tension in the line. Okay, so you turn the clicker off, right? The bait runner, I want to say a bait runner. You turn it off, and now he's going to feel the resistance. However, he's only going to feel the resistance depending on how much you have your drag set. Okay, so this is your drag. Righty-tighty, that's tighter, the drag's tighter. Oops, sorry. Let me see. Let me reel some of this line back because it's getting pretty crazy here. All right, you see all that line everywhere? Oh man, look at that. Let me get some of this line out or back into this reel. Let me see, let me get it in here. There we go. Okay. So the drag is right here. Right usually is to tighten it, okay? To get it nice and tight. There it is, it's real tight. I'd have to really pull on it and bust it, you know, and I probably can't, you know, or probably cut my hand, but anyways, now it's real tight. But if you engage the clicker, he can take that line freely with no tension. And that alerts you that, hey, that fish bit. He's got your bait, okay? But you still have to come to the reel and turn it off to set the hook. Now you turn it off. Now the tension's back on there, okay? You only turn it off when you take it out your rod holder. If you're fishing from the bank, hopefully you have a rod holder. When you take it from the rod holder, that's when you turn your clicker off. You turn it off then. Try to set your drag a little loose so that he doesn't bust off. Maybe you have, but Your drag and your clicker is very important with this reel. Okay, so the spin cast is not very difficult. You hit the trigger right at the end of the cast. You hit the trigger, and that line will take off. So this one's pretty simple. You see, I hit the trigger and the line's coming right off. Now I turn the knob here, the handle, and now it's tight again. Hey, just a disclaimer, guys, because I didn't explain it right. On this spin cast Zepco 33, the release line button, the trigger button, you push the button down, and right at the end of the cast, you let go of the button, and that line will cast out. Just to make that clear, because I didn't explain it right. And then you just turn your handle to tighten your line up, put it in your rod holder, and wait for the bite. They're really, you know, let me get this out of here. They don't cost that much. These reels here don't cost that much. They're not very expensive. You can get these in combos with like Zepco. It'll come with a Zepco rod. Sometimes who else has a combo that's really good? Ugly Stick has a combo that's really good. It's under $40. It's really nice. I think like $28, $30, something like that. And it comes with one of these closed-faced reels. But yeah, I mean, this is the way this one works. You can catch any size fish. I mean, there's been people that have caught 40, 50 pounders with them, you know, and you know that this don't underestimate this reel. It doesn't mean that, hey, it's only for kids. It's only for little fish. Most people use them to fish brim and stuff like that. But yeah, these are nice. They're simple, easy to learn on, and very price friendly. Very price friendly. Let's move on to another one that a lot of people use in fishing that are very familiar with. They're probably the easiest to cast because it's, if you can see the bell's wide open, you open the bell, your line flies off. Once you cast, you know, your line's out there. This has all the freedom in the world for that line to just keep coming off. So with these, it's a little bit different than the spin cast I just showed you. Let me get this line out right here. Now people claim you cannot catch flatheads with these. Well, go watch my videos. I've been catching them for years. Actually, the other reel like this that I have just like this, except I broke the handle on it. Almost had a heart attack over it because this is one of my favorite spinning reels. It's been everywhere with me. And the line comes off this roller. Basically, what you do is you grab your reel, you pin your line, your rod will be right here on your reel seat. It'll come off your reel seat. You pin your line into your rod. Let me turn this spool all the way around. Sorry for my shaky hands, guys. Anyways, you grab your line with your finger right here and you pin it against your rod. You open your bell, you cast out and let go of the line. It's as simple as that. You just let go of the line, and man, these reels, the cool thing about these reels is you can cast a mile with them because of the design of them, because this, you know, it's a spinning reel, it's open. I mean, it's awesome. Now, the drag system on this one is you can hear the clicking. You hear the clicking? That little clicker is sitting in here, inside this spool. That's where it's sitting. And that's also designed to let you know that, hey, that fish is taking it. And like people will tell me all the time, oh no, you're not catching flatheads with that. That's not what you fish for flatheads with. And man, I've been catching them, man, I don't know, as far as I can remember. All it is you loosen your drag, learn your drag on this reel. And I'll tell you, the next reel I'm going to talk about, you won't need to buy one of those. If you buy one of those, it's because you want to have one and you know, you got the extra money to buy it and go for it. Because sometimes they're a little pricier. Then these are pricier than these because it has another feature on it, okay? But this is simple. I mean, if you open your drag, okay, you open it, the line will come out like butter, okay? You tighten it, now the line's not coming out as good. Yeah, I got to make a fist, and if I tighten it more, I'll start not to even be able to get it out of there. Let me see. There it is. Look at that. Hear that? You hear that clicker? Okay, so this reel has a clicker of its own, but it's a drag clicker. I call it the drag clicker. I call it the drag clicker on all of them. And I call them bait runners sometimes because, you know, get used to people call them that, and you just want them to understand what you're talking about, so you call them the same thing. But yeah, you can catch flatheads with these, and more than likely, one of your family members or a friend of yours has one of these reels. If you want to learn these reels a lot better, yeah, this is the way to go, you know. And of course, like I said, if you have the money and you want to step it up to the next reel that I'm going to talk about, that's pretty cool too, because I have them as well and I like them for certain situations, applications. I use those reels too. In heavy current, these next reels I'm going to talk about, I use them too. But this is a spinning reel, okay? Basically, remember, you just open the bell, pin your line against your rod, and when you get to the end of the cast, you let it go. Let go of that line, and it'll cast out there. It has only a front drag, and there, man, I'm telling you, I've caught, man, my other reel has over 100 flatheads already, and I mean, I'm telling you, and a whole bunch of channels on it. And this one, not so many, but I have some other spinning reels that are in the 30s and 40s, just like this one. So now let's talk about this other one. And this one, these reels here, before I go on, let me not forget this, you can also reverse the handle. Or not reverse it, but you can switch it. You can switch it to the right side or left side in this reel here, okay? This next reel has the same thing, as you can see. Drag right here, front, tightens it, loosens it. Here we go. Okay, that's real tight. I can't even pull it out of there, okay? So I'm gonna loosen it, lefty, for loosening it. There you go. Watch this. You hear that clicker? The clicker is inside there. If you take this spool, sometimes you can see them in some reels. Look at that. The reason that this is there, and a lot of people don't know this, is that you can loosen your drag and basically the fish will not know. He won't feel no tension, no resistance. He won't know until you get your rod out of the rod holder and you set that hook. You tighten up your drag, of course. You got to tighten it. You got to tighten it back up before you set the hook. I didn't explain that on the other one, but that you got to tighten it before you set the hook. Okay, but this one, this reel here, has a feature called the bait runner. The bait runner serves as this purpose, which is really cool, really cool. Bait runner basically allows you or gives you two drags, the back one and a front one. If you don't want to hassle with turning the knob after that fish bit and you set the hook, or you know, you're going to set the hook and you got to tighten your drag first. If you don't want to mess with that, you got this one right here, this back one. This is bait feeder, bait runner, bait clicker. They call it all kinds of names. What it is you see this lever right here? When you engage that line comes off like butter. So all you do is you hear that, you know that blue catfish got it, that flathead's got it, that channel's got it. Take it out your rod holder. Don't do anything. Let them keep taking line. Okay, this is going to engage itself. Okay, hold on, because I turned the spool. Okay, so he's taking it, right? He's taking it. You got your rod in your hand. He's still taking it. Immediately, just turn it off. That's it. Now he's fighting the drag. But you have a drag back here as well that accommodates this feature here, right here. Lefty loosey, which is real loose. Look at that. Look at that. It's almost rolling over itself, the line. So I usually don't have it that loose at all. I tighten it. That's about good for me. He's still, wait, maybe a little bit tighter. Hold on. Right around there. Maybe that's too tight. Come on, Jeff. Right there. Hold on. Oops. Turn it on. There it is. It's coming off like butter. He won't even know that you're about to split his whiskers. So that's good about this one. Front drag, back drag. Man, this bait runner, you can't beat it. It's awesome catching them like that because you don't have to mess with the front drag. That's the cool thing about this reel, that you have it all back here. And it's a different situation. Once you engage that, that's it. Drag's shut off. No drag for him. He's now you can set the hook right into him, or he can set the hook himself. If you're using a circle hook or a KO hook, he's pretty much going to set the hook himself. But like I said, it has front drag, back drag, and that system there, man, is priceless. It really is priceless. But like I said, I only said this about these reels because I've gotten good, and you can get good too, Adam, where you don't need that. You don't need it, you know. It's nice to have, very nice to have. You got the extra money, buy it, you know. It's nice to have those things. But like I said, this one, you can loosen the drag just enough, you know, that's tight in it. But you can loosen it just enough. Okay, that's too tight for flatheads. You want it about almost all the way loose. That's good, because you want your rod to do some work too, you know. And I catch them like that. I split their whiskers just like that. And this one doesn't have a bait runner, not at all, you know. So these can work too. So don't ever let anybody tell you, oh, you can't catch flatheads unless you have a bait runner. No. Don't believe that. Don't believe the hype. I catch blues with them. I catch, man, flatheads with them. Gar, all kinds of fish with these. Carps, you know. All I do is I loosen the drag, nice and loose. They take it. I know they're there. I go to my reel, tighten the drag. It's a step you have to do because you don't have a bait runner. It's not like the other reel. The other reel, you just disengage. And he pretty much sets the hook himself. You know, with this one, it's a little bit different. But it's not a lot of work, because they're not going to break a sweat because you have to do that now. Some people claim, oh, I've lost fish messing with the front drag. Well, you know, it happens. You can't win them all. But yeah, your drag's up front. Like I said, you loosen it enough, that flathead won't feel that. He won't feel it. Look at that. I'm barely even putting any pressure. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, front drag. This is not a little one. Front and back drag. Bait runner. These, they really call them bait runners because you have this situation here. So now let's move on to these guys. Let's put these guys aside here. Okay, right there. And let's move on to these guys. These guys are also nice, very nice. I've had these guys for 3 years already. Well, this one for sure 3 years. This one's a brand new one, but the other one just like this one I have downstairs. Because I've been trying them out before I even said anything about them. You know, I don't really like talking about reels unless I've put in some time on them and I've caught some fish on them. Not just took them out fishing. You know, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. This one has a thumb bar to release your line. There's your thumb bar. You hit that, you kind of pinch your spool, put a little bit of tension at the end of the cast. You let it go, just like the spin, just like this one, and the line will cast out there. It's gone. These here, totally different than those reels there. This reel here, I've heard people call it all kinds of different names. Clicker, drag clicker, bait runner. I mean, I've heard people call it all kinds of stuff, okay? So what you do is you engage it, and now your line will come off with no tension whatsoever. The fish won't know what hit them. So what you do in this situation, he's taking the line, you take it out of the rod holder, and you engage your handle, but before you engage it, turn it off, or else when you engage it, it's gonna do this. Unbelievable. The whole way, the whole fight, it's gonna do that. Excuse the line tangling on it. It's got a lot of memory, this line right here. Okay, so anyways, you hear that? Yeah, 2 cars coming. So what you wanna do is turn it off so it doesn't do that. Let me pull some line. It's got drag on it. Okay, here we go. So if you engage it, right? Let me see. You hear the clicker? There it is. Okay. Now, this reel also, if you leave the thumb bar disengaged, right? It'll take the line like nothing, with no tension whatsoever. Until you turn the handle and start reeling is when he's working against your drag, okay? Your drag is this star drag right here. Here's your drag, guys. For those of you that don't know, that's what this is for. It's a star drag. They call it a star drag. As you push it forward, it tightens the drag. Now it's really cinched. Let me turn this clicker off. Let me turn it off. There it is right there. See? Now, you could have the clicker on while you're fighting the fish, and you'll hear this. You'll hear that, you know, when your drag is real tight, okay? So let's reel some of this line. You hear that? I'm reeling the line and it's clicking like that. Well, that's because the clicker's on. If I turn it off, you won't hear that. To me, that's annoying, so I turn it off. As soon as I detect that the fish is taking the bait, I'll go turn it off. And then of course, I'll have the rod in my hand, but yeah, I'll turn it off so you don't have to hear that. See, now I'm reeling it, you don't hear it. Let me pull it against the drag. Okay, let me see. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, yes, there we go. That's the drag, you know, it's tightened. If I loosen it, it'll be nothing to pull it off. Look at that. It comes right off if you loosen it, the star drag. Okay, I'll go more in depth on these reels. Actually, you could if you want to know about gear ratio and bearings and everything on these two reels right here, I have a video. It's the PC Fun video that I have on there. It explains everything, the bearings, everything, clicker, all that. But I'm just covering the basics right now, so I'm not really getting into bearings and gear ratio and all that. I just want people to understand the options that they have out there, the options you guys have as far as reels. So you could buy one of these. It has a thumb bar, which is really cool. You engage it, you hold your spool. At the end of the cast, you let go of your spool. The line comes out, and there it is. You have a clicker as well, which is really cool. You have a star drag. That's really cool, you know. I mean, yeah, it's a nice reel. Like right now, it's so super loose, so you have to tighten it. You can't have it real loose like that. But with the clicker, right here, let's see, there we go. With the clicker, let me turn this on. There we go. You'll hear them taking it. Even though the drag's working, you'll still hear it with the clicker. You'll hear them taking it. Now, if you leave it engaged, right, or disengaged, he'll take it like butter. Like nothing, he'll take it. So that's why you turn your handle so that it's nice and tight with the drag. So he'll work against the drag. But there's certain fish like flatheads, I don't like doing that. I open it. I leave it open and let him take it. And I also turn on the clicker so I know that he's taking it, especially at night. I know he's taking it. Let me reel some of this back. Okay. Hear that? You always want to turn that off. But anyways, here it is. So there it is. He's taking it. Simple, easy. He won't even feel no resistance, no tension, no nothing. And he's gone with that bait. Until you get up to your reel, turn your clicker off so it's not annoying when you're reeling them in, and turn the handle and set the hook. Don't set the hook and then turn the handle. Turn the handle first and then set the hook. And maybe the hook will be set already too. So let me get this line before it goes back in there. Okay, let me get this line up right here. That's good. So yeah, so that's how this one works, right? So it works like that. One more time in case I didn't explain it that good. With this, it's the drag. He feels tension. If you got your drag there, he feels tension. After you cast it out there, if you turn your handle and you leave it with the handle turned, he'll be fighting the drag immediately after he bites it, right? If you don't turn the handle, if you leave it cast out and you don't turn the handle, right? And you turn your clicker on, this is what's cool about that. He'll take it without even knowing that you're about to split his whiskers. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you come up to your reel, you take it out the rod holder, you do not do anything yet, let him keep taking it, and you turn the handle, but turn the clicker off if you don't like that annoying sound. Because if you don't turn it off, if you don't turn this off, if you don't turn it off, and you leave it on, this is what you're going to hear. when you turn your handle. The whole way back, you'll hear that. But if you do turn it off, listen to that. Just me pulling the drag out of it. Okay, so if you do turn it off, or if you do, if you do turn it off, all you'll hear is this. Nothing. Nothing. You won't hear anything, period. He'll be fighting against your star drag, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. So this is another option you have. Like I said, with the clicker's nice. You hear it, you know, and if you leave it open, he'll take it with no resistance. So you have a lot of the same options as that one. And, you know, it just depends how you set it up in your rod holder. You know, if you set it up, if you do something like what I just explained, it'll work out really good for you. But yeah, so that's the 50, the Chaos 50, this one right here, Chaos XS 50 with the thumb bar. I love the thumb bar. Like I said, if they bring it out in the 60, I'm definitely going to get it. So here's the 60 now. The 60 is the same thing except your thumb bar, there's no thumb bar. This is your release, your line release right there. You hit that, you thumb your spool, you cast out. Right at the end of the cast, you let your thumb off the spool. It goes out, same system. Clicker right here. Listen to that. Takes the line, there's no resistance. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what's going on until you turn this. But remember, you don't want to hear that. So turn your clicker before you hit him. Before you set that hook, turn that clicker off, because you don't want to hear this when you're fighting it. Unless you like the noise, you like the sound, hey, that's cool. You know, if you like it, you like it. That's cool. But this is another option that you have too. So it's the same thing as the other one, except, you know, turn that off and you can fight him naturally with no noise. And you got him and you fight him and you get him there. This one as well, you can leave it like this with the line released. Button down, you leave it with the line release. He'll take it. You won't hear him. So make sure you put your clicker on there, especially flatheads. And there you go. And that's how that works. Hopefully, guys, this video helped you guys out in making a good choice on what type of reel you wanna get. Like I said, you got, you know, your bait runners. You got your traditional regular spinning reel that you control the drag with the front drag only. With the bait runner, you got two drag systems. You got one in the front, one in the back. With the bait runner, that's pretty nice. And the spin, pretty simple. Pretty simple, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You understood everything I said. Like I said, I didn't cover gear ratio. You can go ahead and click on the PC Fun reel video that I have, The Truth About PC Fun Reels. Man, check out that video. You'll like it. It'll break the reels down for you. It'll explain everything, bearings, gear ratio, all that. Drag system, how much power these reels have as far as drag, how many pounds. I believe one's 20, the other one's 22. The 60's 22 and the 50's 20. I believe that's how it is. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video from Dreaming of Your Next Hook Set. Until next time, peace, guys. Peace. Dreaming of your next hook set. A flathead now, multi-species. Oh man, this is a good one. This one bent the pole real good. Oh man, look at that little flathead, boy. Videotape me, following you. Videotape me. The fight ain't over. Yes. The fight is just beginning. Dreaming of your next hook set. Oh, I can't go to him. He's got it. Yes, dreaming of your next hook set. Let's take some pictures. Let's take some pictures. Uh-oh. Let's take some pictures. Dreaming of, dreaming of your next hook set.
This is going to be a nice one.
Sometimes it pays to stay the extra couple minutes. I was getting ready to pack it up and go home. Man, but we made it happen. It's a little one, a little teener, 15 pounds. But it's still a nice one. He ate a sucker.
Videotape me.
Beautiful flathead.
The fight ain't over. The fight is just beginning.
It was a boring night, man. Not one bite, and we just lost another one too.
Oh, I can't
messing
go to
with this one.
If I go to him, he'll
wish me luck.
he'll
Maybe
hang
I'm
me
gonna
up.
stay about another hour now. This just about another hour, so You guys take it easy from dreaming of your next hook set. I'm Jeff Garcia.
Oh,
Peace.
yeah.
The flathead.
Don't spear him.
All right.
Take him. Got him. Got him. Good job.
Oh, man. Videotape me. Videotape me. The fight ain't over.